I don't know if I'm missing something, but I heard that over a million, Tesco has over 4 million employees, and yet just over 1 million of those employees actually claim some sort of social security benefit. And these are full-time Tesco employees. Now, if you're working like over 30 hours a week, week in, week out, you shouldn't have to actually, whatever job you're doing, and whatever pay you get, you shouldn't have to claim for welfare payments. But it's sad to think that because Tesco's and the other companies' wages, care sector or retail sector, that you have that people would have to claim welfare security because their pay isn't very high. Even some, I heard that even in Tesco that some people who work for Tesco actually go to the food bank. Because people shop in Tesco. I go to Tesco, my local Tesco, and right next to the door, well, almost right next to the door, there's like a food drop-off, which is to the local food bank. And someone said to me that some of the people working at school actually go to the food bank to actually get the food from Tesco. You imagine that? You're working at Tesco full time, yet you can't afford to buy the food in the place to feed your family because the wages are too low. And this government, which is saying that they are creating jobs, are not creating proper jobs, real jobs. They're not creating jobs that are. I mean, I'm not a socialist. I don't believe people should be paid overwhelming amounts of money, etc. But I believe they should be paid for what they do. But when you have your own employees actually having to actually sink so low as to actually get the food from the food bank, which has been donated by your customers, and then go to the food bank, that is atrocious. And surely the government's initiative of actually cutting the deficit would be to put into law a higher minimum wage, so you have less people claiming for social security. I don't think the answer would be to actually cut social security massively, because you're going to put even more people in dire poverty. I mean, what you could do is actually cut the foreign aid budget by billions of pounds a year. That's a start. Getting out of the EU, that's another big saving as well. But if you're serious about cutting the welfare spending, I think what you should do is actually introduce some sort of rent controls and introduce a higher minimum wage. So make the living wage the minimum wage, which would actually lift millions of the poorest people out of poverty altogether. And it's £7.64, it's not enough. I think it should be £8 per hour, should be the minimum wage. And then every year, it should go to £8 an hour from next May, and then every year in October, it should go up by 50p a year, which would make life for millions of the poorest people in the society easier. And and that's what I believe, because obviously, unless you do this, people are still going to be claiming millions of pounds in welfare, social security. But if you actually whole welfare reform system needs reforming, do this 100%, you need to get out of the EU. Because why is it fair that Polish workers can say and get child tax credits back to Poland? That's disgusting. The child tax credit should only be if you have children in Britain, not if you have children halfway across on the other side of Europe. That is plain crazy.